She will say it in the background, but she said won't say it on camera. Try to get her to say that. She just will not say that. So what is today? This is Sunday.
Sunday.
So Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. This is the fifth full day. I'm here. Got here last Tuesday.
I know.
Today's the fifth full day. Kind of got some systems down. I had to go to the mall and get a phone. Just so, man, in American, that's about $110, $120 phone. My wife had got me a chip to put in it and just put time on it, and you got a phone. You know, very simple. The phones I got, my work phone and my home cell phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy Ultra 24, does not work over here. And I barely ever take that phone out. And I knew it before I got here. I had already called and talked to them. They like, it wasn't, you couldn't even put no time on it, whatever, until you get it unlocked, pay it off, and get it unlocked. Nope, it's still there. They don't want you going too far with it. They said, no, 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 we got to be able to shut it down when we want to. So, bought an affordable little phone here. So, it's a very interesting system they got over here. So everybody knows what Uber is, and people know what Lyft is. Well, over here, Uber is king, but there's a little secret. So I guess there was a lot of issues with people. Uber, like people use them like crazy. I mean, they're we got to be careful classifying anybody, but the most affordable stuff here is what is it? Truck.
Trotro.
Truck. Yeah, it's like a minivan from hell. You might got 15 people in there, and for what? How many
I
CDs?
think it's any place to place where you get to, where you are going to.
I mean, normal. If you were going from your house to Accra to the mall, how
This
many CDs?
to Accra is um 6 cities.
Six?
Uh,
60 or six?
this is 60 cities.
60.
No.
It's cheaper.
From Accra to my house is for you pick it at Medina is four 40 cities.
40 CDs. That's still to me a lot. Um, I guess the biggest thing I want to talk about here is inflation. So in America right now, everybody's complaining about how the prices and everything are going up. Man, let me tell you something. If you walked into and they told you the price of a hamburger was $70, would you still buy that hamburger? Uh, yeah. They look. The economy in America now could be better. There's a lot of things that can make the economy better, but no one's tried to sell you a hamburger for $70 yet. And I ain't talking about it at the famous restaurant. No, Rodeo Goat, Makeable Motors Burgers. Any of these famous places that do these hamburgers, these custom hamburgers. No, I'm talking about if you went into Burger King and they rung you up for a hamburger and a fish sandwich and they say, well, that's going to be $70. Just say $70 for the two. Would you buy that food? And at this point in time, I'm telling you, no, you wouldn't. So, you know, we be thinking prices are going up because, a Big Mac at McDonald's now is like $6. Yeah, say five to $6. Just understand that if McDonald's is not over here, by the way, there's Burger King over here. The two primary restaurants, there's three restaurants, because three restaurants I've seen that are in the States.
Robert.
Uh, Burger King is here, Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC is here, and Pizza Hut is here. I saw Pizza Inn. Don't pretend you don't know the price of a Big Mac, buddy. I honestly I do not, because I do not eat a Big Mac. I haven't ate a Big Mac in at least 2 to 3 years. So I don't go to fast food restaurants like that. I mean, I know you're looking and thinking, oh, this dude's big and stuff like that, but no, I've been trying to focus more on my A1C. Now I have been eating meat, but I'm gonna tell you, man, I go to Aldi's and get like ground beef for like $4 and something. And if I eat that, I'll eat that. But really, man, I crave vegetables all the time. It's just you really got to cook that stuff at home. It's nowhere really to go to get good vegetables, other than Ethiopian restaurants. If you can find a good Ethiopian restaurant, man, I was tearing up some Ethiopian food and watching. But I thank you for your comment. I thank you for it says I only kidding. Good man, keep it up. I'm doing the best I can right now. I can do better. Look, I'm still working out. We're still going to the gym here, so this is a long process. Now, since Mr. Peter brought this up, I need to tell you something. I'm about to cheat big time. So, what I did back in the day yeah, this is hot
You want the
water.
children.
No, that's why I brought my own. How I lost so much weight back in the day so quickly. One, I crave vegetables. I switched over to a vegetarian vegan lifestyle and cut out a lot of processed food, processed meats, and that's huge. But I took Dr. Sabi stuff, and that stuff flushes you, and it also it cuts out the hunger, the sugar rushes, and the late night snacking. It just helps with a lot of this stuff. Dr. Sabi has their advanced package. Not advanced package. Actually, the advanced package is on sale. It's usually 750 and it's down to right at 600, so it's $150 off. But the ultimate package, the I forget what it's called, the all inclusive package, which is usually 1500, is down to like 750. So I know for people who have a poor mindset, that seems like a lot of money, but I went to the hospital 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I had an appointment to for them just to take blood and to do my vitals. Late night snacking is huge, man. Peter's on point. Late night snacking is that gets you. But I went to the hospital 2 weeks ago. I had to do my blood, my labs, and it's gone now. You could have seen them, but I look like somebody who shoots up needles because they have a hard time finding my blood value. Especially I was fasting before, and I was dry fasting, so I wasn't drinking water. And then I noticed that, dang, I'm going in to do blood work, and I was trying to force in the water so they wouldn't shoot me up, or not shoot me up, stick me up with all the needles. But it happened anyway. They got my hand, they got my arms, they got my other arms. It is what it is. So getting back to it, so I'm in my doctor's office, and the nurses were just supposed to be checking my weight, checking my. I always go in there, and it's my blood pressure's high because they cannot put a cuff around my arm, and I always told them you got to have one because I'm leaving the house and my blood pressure's 135 over like 79, but I'm getting to the doctor and y'all was saying it's 180 over 101. There's some crazy numbers. So, or whenever I'm stressed out and you're in pain. So I was in pain because I was asking for a certain medication, and they would never approve the medication. So that being said, um, I go to the doctor. They're looking at me, even though my heart rhythm was good, the EKG came back good, the blood pressure was high, but they checked it again. It was going down. But they were like, "Oh, Frederick, we're so scared. Are you okay? Are you okay?" And they kept on asking, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just in pain. I'm suffering from a gout attack." And they were like, "No, we just want to make sure you're okay." And they want me to go down to the emergency room. So they want to see if I was going to drive over there. And I was like, "Well, the emergency room's connected to the doctor's office." I said, "I can walk over there. I'm good enough." I walk over there, tell them what to do. They go through this whole point. They admit me in there. Of course, they want the insurance card. But they come in there after they ran my insurance card. Listen, stop. There's no nothing biting me. They want the insurance card, and they run the insurance. And the insurance asks for a $500 deductible. A $500 deductible to go to the doctor's office. I mean, to go to the emergency room. Now, that ain't nothing because I've went through. It's October, November. Anybody who has these jobs know this is your premium time. This is the time of year they run back your insurance. If you work for these type of establishments, they run back your insurance, and I put it down. It's if I go to emergency room, it's $900. So I went, well, starting, I think, January 1st, but it's going up to $900. You pay higher deductibles to get lower rate. I don't know, some crazy stuff. So you think about that. That $500, I could have been halfway there. That Dr. Sabi is 750. I would have been over halfway there, and I would have in that month's time, probably would have lost anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds. Breathing's better because I would intermittent fast the whole time. I mean, the thing is, I really can, and I've been doing it more and more. Now I'm starting to puff up here because man, they want you. It's nothing to do. It's all you do here is eat, 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 eat. Everywhere you go, it's eating. So but I get back home, get on my schedule. I'm working out in the gym 3 days a week. That stuff's set. I've really got a set schedule now for the gym time. Work out in the gym 3 days a week. Got to push in for the other 3 days a week to do cardiovascular, just to walk. Do the 2 mile walk. Do the 2 mile walk. Do some cardiovascular stuff. 2 mile walk. My doctor did tell me that the sauna ain't that good for me because I'm overweight and high blood pressure stuff. Get down first and maybe think about it then. Uh, I'm from north of Ireland and socialized health care. No, never take money to the hospital where the doctors all, hey, you Peter, you living good. Cause that ain't how it is. That Obamacare here was some BS. Obamacare was basically the lower middle class, and upper middle class pay into it to help the poor and the ones who are affected more by poverty. It wasn't no. We thought it was going to be like that. We really did. We thought it was going to be like everything's going to be cut back. You know what I'm saying? You go to the hospitals, it's more affordable. No, that's not what it is. These people trick. They love to trick us. So, but that being said, $750, 500 would have been more than halfway there, and I would have been able to slim down, feel better, a lot of stuff. But that's why I say, man, look, you gonna pay one way or the other. So I'm not trying to sell Dr. Sabi's products. I've been using them for 20 plus years. If I started in 2003 with Manana Shop and a little 5 points off of close to Euclid, little 5 points. She had the shop on the second floor. If I started there and say this, yeah, it had to been like because it was Matrix 2 is when I know it was. Whatever year Matrix 2 was in. Was it Matrix 2 or Matrix 3? I think it was Matrix 2. It had to be Matrix 2. So I look back then and that's when I started. It's such a shame, mate, especially because the USA, people get turned down and for healthcare crazy. Well, that's the whole point. This is why how they control the population here. You can't. These people ain't gonna let too much flow here, and they test us on everything. So, like prime example here, man, I was telling them at the pharmacy I needed some such and such. Well, I said the brand name naproxen. They had naproxen with codeine like in it. I was like, what's naproxen C? You know, I mean, you can just go to the pharmacist and kind of tell them what you need, you know, and the pharmacist will make a decision if they'll ask you little questions and stuff. 2003. So yeah, 2003. If that was the Matrix, I think it was, yeah, Matrix Reloaded. That's when I started with Dr. Sabi stuff. So it's funny because I saw a comment and I thought I had, man, I promise you, I thought I went through all these comments on my YouTube. And like when I really started this back up about a year or so ago, I went through all the comments, answered comment. And this comment came up and he was talking about, hey, Dr. Sabi's office has been compromised. Let me tell you something. These people have no idea of shit. And what I mean by it, they don't investigate anything. It's just like I got friends who believe Spider-Man 4 was coming out. And this is going back to like 2008. Do you believe like Spider-Man 4? Man, did you see the video? Somebody had pieced together videos from Spider-Man and some other movies, Marvel movies, and made it look like Spider-Man 4, and they showed this on Yahoo. It's like I don't want to call them NPCs, but man, they're like NPCs, man. They're just there in the background. You can talk to them, you can have some conversation with some of them, but man, after a certain point, and I got a friend right now. After a certain point, that program ends, and it just goes into repetition. I have literally, it's so scary because I have a friend right now that if you talk to him 20 minutes, he's going to repeat something 3 to 4 times. And I mean, when I mean something, like he'll say, "Oh yeah, man, I gotta get to Africa one day, man. You know, it's so awesome. You know, you went over there and you got married, and you know, I'm saying I gotta get to Africa." And I'll tell him, man, hey man, you get your mind right, get your health right. I'll get you over there. I get you a ticket. You know, we get you over there, man. You know, go into the conversation. 5 minutes into the conversation, he said, "Man, you know something, man? I got to get to Africa one day." And it's just like, it gets spooky after a while because, I mean, if you talk to him 25, 30 minutes, he's going to repeat a couple things at least 3 to 4 times. And then sometimes he'll kind of catch himself. Like if he gets real negative, he'll somewhat kind of catch himself now because he knows I get on him and say, "Dude, this is why you're in the health situation you're in." Because he held on to so much negativity, so much angry, so much, vitriol. I don't know what vitriol. I need to look that up. I just hear certain people talk about vitriol. Somebody, Annie, just said, "What's up? What's up? What's up, Annie?" You know. But yeah, it bothers you. It bothers you. Man, wait. Peter and Annie are talking to me, and no one gave me a thumbs up. Lee, I feel bad, but I feel good. Just wish y'all the best. So, it gets sad kind of talking to him, you know, but it is what it is. I understand metaphysics. I understand. He put himself in that position. That's what he has. That's his karma. That's his what he's got to go through. But getting back to here, uh, it's the words I'm trying to use because I don't want to. I can't. I know it ain't that many mosquitoes up here. It cannot be that many mosquitoes up here. I'm gonna have to stop. I'm not getting bit, by the way. I don't feel like I'm getting bit, but I know why my wife's smacking these mosquitoes because malaria is here. But I've had my malaria shot. Uh, Vitriol means you are bitter about something. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Peter. Excellent. I just hear certain guy always talk about vitriol. People having vitriol. And that's true. That makes sense. They're bitter about something because that's what they sound like all the time. Um, but yeah, the word I'm trying to use is in America they have what is called it's poor, impoverished, uh, lower middle class, middle upper class, rich and wealthy. All right. Here, here, you to me here you have the working class, you have looking for work class, and the working class, and people who have a little extra. Gotta run. All right, Peter. But I'll subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. You know, You are a gentleman. Thank you. Take care. You too, Peter. Take care. Peace, health, wealth. Hit that like button on the way out. But it just I don't and, when we went to the mall today, and my wife's really never ate hamburgers. She likes a hamburger. She's never. I mean, we she had the first hamburger on Wednesday. Second movie we went to in her whole life. She's never been to the movie theater. We went and seen. We got to do a review on that. We can do a review on video. We went to see Predator Badland. I mean, I really liked it. It was one of my favorite Predator movies because it was a lot of so-called comedy in there, being comical, and it had a good meaning to it. It was, don't get it wrong. I mean, the things that were trying to kill that Predator was off the chain, and what the Predator had to do at the end, and what happened to the thing that he was trying to get a trophy, and then what happened to his brother, him and his dad. Oh, that was messed up. And I know people thinking the mom's coming to get him and do bad things. Nah, the female predators are kind of like the lore of predators. Men predators don't really mess with female predators like that. Keep on going, man. Chase your dreams. We're chasing. Thank you, Liam. Liam and Max. Uh, cool. And someone put in there EWW. What's EWW? What is EW? E. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Aaron put in that. But yeah, dude, Predator Badland was pretty good. That was my wife's second movie. Went to the same movie theater because I don't know if there's any other movie theaters here. I was at Accra Mall, the Mall of Ghana, Accra Mall. So I've been to that. I've been to that movie theater. My second time also. Um, you know, and she ate her hamburger. Tried out a different hamburger. But I mean that hamburger was I think $7 and something. Was it like $7? I think man, I feel like they overcharged us, but it was like $7, and I'm like, how does the average person here survive? You know, 40 CDs is like $3.50, say 3.50. But right now, see, their currency here fluctuates a lot. So the American dollar, as of today, uh is 1 point. Is it no? It's 10.98. So it's almost 11-to-1 ratio. So it's 10.98. So that means if I give them one American dollar, they give me almost 11 of their dollars in return. So it's almost an 11-to-1 ratio. And usually in countries, developing nation, we're going to use the word develop because this is not a third world country. These people, we were in the mall today, iPhones, and everybody's got a phone. Everybody's got to get a phone. Everybody's got to get a phone. The phone gives you so much connection. Everybody's got to get a phone. And boy, that alien tracking device known as a cell phone is a mother trucker. Always looking at my braids. Don't look at the top of my head. It is interesting. So everybody's got a phone. I said, man, I promise you, I saw an Uber driver today, a Bolt driver, answering Uber calls from the USA. It was just something weird I saw today. Glitching the matrix, you want to push that agenda, but it's just still $7 for a hamburger. Like we're complaining in America of inflation, and you got to understand, inflation over here hits harder. And maybe, okay, maybe they're not paying taxes. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe they don't pay taxes on goods and services and stuff. But the businesses got to pay fees for them to do business. I know that. The government makes money somehow. So I'm just really thinking, I'm analyzing, man. It's like, damn. These people are going through it. Their inflation is their dollar is somewhat unstable. Their money is unstable. Like I said, I got married 3.5 years ago. I remember it at 6.5, 6.6, so five, or not 6.5.5, right at six, or 5 to 1 to 6 to 1. Just say, let's just say 6 to 1 ratio. I remember that it had been a 6 to 1 ratio. And even that was something. I mean, for Americans, that's pretty awesome. You come and visit the country, so your dollar goes 6 times as far, but everything here is more expensive. Like we're going to a restaurant tomorrow. We need to visit family and friends tomorrow, and we're going to a restaurant. And the dude literally said the price of this dinner. No, it's a brunch buffet is 500 CDs. Well, at 11 to 1 ratio, what is that? What's 500 to 11 to 1 ratio? Um, it's at least $45. $45 a person. $45 a person for one meal. You better eat all you can and get totally full off of that meal. Do you want to go inside? You
When
good?
you finish.
All right. So, man, she fighting these mosquitoes over here. Um, yeah, $45 a person. $45 a person, and to me, it's like when I was plumbing. I'm a plumber, I'm a journeyman plumber now. Uh, when I was working for a plumbing company, Cal, I hope you're not watching this. If you're watching, you should say something in the comments. But we used to have a thing when they would send us the calls that were BS. I mean, we just did not want to do the call because either the customer was BS or the house was filthy. Man, I'd be feeling sad. Sometimes, I feel sad for certain people. And I've done it. I put down carpet. Oh, man, I've laid on carpet. If you lay on that carpet to stuff that's going to be on the back of your shirt, you better go and take it straight to the dry cleaner. You better you need to hose it off outside, let it dry in the sun, then take it to the dry cleaning. I mean, it was just, some people just live like that. I had a dude had a leak under his sink, and who knows how long it been leaking. Hell, he had so many dishes piled up in the sink. Who knows when he actually did the dishes? So, but sometimes I thank the Creator that gives me a heart and a mind to overcome certain things, and I've overcame. But we used to have this, like, when you deal with customers, just man, they had attitudes. Some just, man, I remember this customer smoking in their house, and they had cats, and oh man, it was something. It was just a different environment, different feeling. And I'm not trying to, dish anybody, but it is just reality. And we'll give them that price, like, oh man, you had to auger out this line to repair this faucet under here. It's gonna be $827.57. And look, there is plumbing companies that literally charge that. That, hell, I can name two. Benjamin Franklin and Baker Brothers in the DFW area. They're expensive. But they give service, they give high quality, they stand by their name. So I'm not downing them. It's just that's their price, that's their service prices. So, normally for us, it would have been half that. But I would say I would quote their prices, you know what I'm saying? But because I'm a talker and I'm good with people, man, I don't think, man, it's like. And then one of my other coworkers, Mike, always says, Space Cowboy, always say, look, man, people in bad situations and in the hood, they just pay. They ain't got time to keep calling people to their house. If they comfortable with you, they just pay. And I just noticed that. I was like, and if it went, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was big on discounts. If it went good and stuff, I would give a discount off. Now I ain't half and back it off, but I'd take like 100 off, and then they would probably look crazy at me at the office. But then I would say to them, man, look, I augured out a line and fixed the P trap on the sink and maybe fix the flange. Look, it ain't $727. I mean, you look it up in the book, it's like 425. So what are you arguing about? You're arguing about nothing. I charged them more because I didn't want to do it, and I felt bad about it because they were pretty cool afterwards. And usually when the people call me back later, they would change their house. They would try to clean their house up more, and I would just try to hook them up more at that point. Because they were usually good people. People got issues, man. Got circumstances going. But but we used to give them don't want to do it, price. Don't want to get involved, price. And it's just what it seems like is going on now. It's like the politicians and these people who are making money off the people, they don't care anymore. Prices here are really is struggle price. I just don't see how the average person, maybe the numbers I'm getting are old. They always say the average person in Ghana, just average person is making about 500 American dollars, $500 a month. That's what they're averaging, and that will put them about 5,000 CDs a month. I just don't know where you're living. I don't know where you're living, what your situation is, how you stand, how you can take care of yourself. Inflation, the price is high. The price is high. Simple as that. And I know it is because with Uber, you can look back at your trips, and I looked back at my trips, semi going to the same places back in 2023, and the prices were about 20% more expensive. Go and do stuff. Like I said, that boat act is a little different because you're paying with cash. You're kind of cutting, even though I know it's on Uber's software, but I think you have to have a subscription. So the driver pays a subscription to get the contacts. Because I know it can't be going by what he's made. Because we got an Uber Comfort today, and he kept that AC on, and I used to drive Uber, and I'm thinking, God dang, I got this AC on. I'm already paying what was they dollar? He was paying $1.15 for a liter. A liter. There's 5 liters, I think, in a gallon. At least 4 liters in a gallon. So
It's okay.
I don't know, because a liter is 33. Is it in a liter 33? How many ounces is a liter? Anybody know? There's 2 people in here. How many ounces is a liter? Uh, but I tip everybody. My wife is like thinking I'm just blowing through money, but she doesn't realize stuff. The money I'm spending a day is what I spend for lunch. I average $30, and I'm trying to cut that back so bad. I actually $30, so I'm doing 300 CDs a day just for getting some coffee or something in the morning and a lunch. 30, I mean, I am really more focused in just eating before I leave the house or cooking and bringing it with me because we got to save money. I mean, got to save it. But, on average, what I'm spending here and Uber, like the Uber ride here, there is almost no way me riding Uber. We went to the mall today. We made another stop back and then came back to the hotel. Uh, there is no way, even with tips, and what my wife does not understand, even with tips, I would have to ride Uber at least twice a day, at least 10 miles one way, twice a day to catch up with what I'm paying in America. I've said this in other videos. I'm at $200 and that's 2,000 CDs. So I'm at $200 from a trip from where I live to the airport, from the airport, one airport in Washington, D.C. to the other airport, and then ordering some Uber Eats from an Ethiopian restaurant. I'm at 2,000 CDs. It's $200. Like, we're going places which is what they want, 50 CD. Hell, the ride back today, the ride was like 27 CDs. It's like it's like $2.50. I mean, it's not really that expensive. I just like to tip because I know these guys are not getting. They're out here. They're hustling. They're struggling. But My friend Norman told me, and maybe I'm part of the issue with the inflation, but my friend Norman told me when I went to Costa Rica, the price is the price, you just paying the price. It includes the tip and everything. He said, don't come here raising up the prices because they're going to expect more. And I'm like, and that's maybe why my wife is on me when I'm giving out tips and stuff. She's like, oh, you're giving them too much of a tip. And, dude, giving a person $10 tip, I guess it's something, but look, if it makes their day, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. How the universe flows with me. I won $1 million by playing a lottery ticket that I ain't even cashed. So it just flows, It just flows, and I don't really worry about it. I don't really worry about it. I'm not made of money. I care about money enough to use it as a tool. Like the Predator said, he says, Yacha, hunt alone. She's like, no, I'm with you. He says, no. And she called herself a tool. And the Yacha was like, oh, so you're a tool like a weapon. And she's like, yeah, you use me like a tool. Money's a tool. People can weaponize money. You can do some very wicked things for money. A lot of people like to go to Dubai and do some stuff they shouldn't. And Dubai is a very nice place, but people have made trips there to do wickedness. And they do that in a lot of places. Thailand, Indonesia, places that you shouldn't be going there doing it, but somehow they go there and do it. So, and we're not down in those places. It's the people. People make all these places. So, that being said, we're almost 40 minutes into this video. This is a good live. We've had some interactive people. No one's gave me a thumbs up yet. That's kind of sad. Even my wife, who's supposed to have looked at it,
I've
make
given
sure.
you already.
I did not see no thumbs up. There is no thumbs up on there. Show me where you did a thumb. I have not seen one thumbs up yet. Not one thumbs up. So no, it ain't. It ain't no thumbs up. Look on the screen. It is no thumbs up. So, but it's okay. This is my vlog for my future. You know. Let's see if you find me. Find me and give me a thumbs up and see if it works. There is no. It did no thumbs up. No thumbs up at all. So. No, that's not a thumbs up.
It is, I don't know, so.
That's not a thumbs up. I think people are pressing the heart button and believing it's thumbs up.
You see that?
No, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not paying attention. The thumbs up is right there. You actually have to push the three dots, and then push the thumbs up. A lot of people, and they've made this too damn complicated. Thumbs up should be on the screen. It really should be on the screen. It's not on the screen.
Live, then it won't come.
No, it won't. It should be on the screen. You know. These are the people who interacted today. So, all right, we got one thumb up. So, that being said, peace, health, wealth, gratitude always. Leave you
Amen.
with a smile. All right, that's